After careful consideration, I am not going to be making another video about this whole topic. I realize, um, I'm done with it. I've made enough. I've got my voice out there. I've got all my opinions out there combined with facts that I know about it. And so, I just don't want to keep on going on. I don't want you to think, oh, you're just obsessing about this and obsessing. Like, no, I want to focus on other things. I want to concentrate on my astrology videos. And my Mercury and Pisces. I mean, just a little update. Yeah, I'm thinking that I want to do podcast for all three of the videos. I think all three of the videos this week will be astrology related. So, Friday is Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Saturday is Jupiter in Virgo, and I have subtitles planned for those. And then Monday is about how Scorpios act in general, because, all Scorpios act in, um, you know, different ways, but it's just a general trait. So that is what I have planned for, the three videos this week. You're not going to see videos every day from me next week. You're going to see, but expect to see the community tab really getting utilized a lot for me. Because if I have thoughts, I'm not going to hesitate to write those down. So less videos, more posts. That's what it's going to be next week and probably from now on. Um, I mean, I just want to speak to that a little bit. We live in a world now where, we need to feel validation for sharing ourselves, and I'm not apologizing for that. It is just a natural thing. And for me personally, I don't want to say I've fallen victim to it, but I mean, like, I can't help it. I just can't help it. So I don't want to go into a whole discussion about it. But anyway, the videos that I did make on this topic, um, do have a lot of information in them. The first one I made, it was very informative, but I just didn't feel like I got to the heart of what the real issue was in that video. I got to quite a bit of things, but I just felt, I couldn't just make another post about this. I had to do another video. So I just woke up this morning very confident in myself, and I was like, I'm gonna get on and I'm gonna record, and I don't care about making it perfect or editing. My face was cut off in that video, and I did notice that. But I didn't care. Like I put the like I don't care how imperfect the actual video turns out, other than me editing it. I do not put that much time into making a video to to not take it down because just something's imperfect about it. Like perfectionism, like I think I'm gonna either write about it in a post, probably most likely, or talk about it in my Jupiter and Virgo video. Because perfectionism, it steals your joy. And actually, I just want to talk about that right now because I don't hold things in. Perfectionism, now that I'm brought it up, in short, it's a bad thing. It's not a good thing because when you make something perfect, you destroy the soul of something. I was confused about that when I was little. I was confused about perfectionism, making it perfect, and I confused that for just natural, imperfect, authentic things, and that's what I define as perfect, and that's I think what should be perfect. That's somebody perfectly editing a video, so I will edit out parts that are not necessary or the parts I feel uncomfortable with. But I will leave the perfectly imperfect, natural, authentic parts of myself when I edit. I will not over edit my videos because I don't want to. So that's a little note on perfectionism. There's no sides to that. Perfectionism is not a good thing. There is self-improvement. There is making things better. Some things can be perfect, but a lot of things cannot. And so don't confuse perfectionism with self-improvement and other things. because there's no science to perfectionism. It's all negative, 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 and that's the way it is. So I want to make that clear so that I don't have to wait and tell you in that Jupiter and Virgo video. Um, but so anyway, I made that first video, um, and I thought, well, I got to the heart of it, but I just felt like I needed to make another video really discussing how serious this is that YouTube is using AI, and I focused in on this feature. And I intentionally titled the video and put a thumbnail in it so that this video would get views. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't normally do that with videos, and I do not want to make a habit out of it because that is getting consumed by social media. That is caring what others think. That is exactly what I did not talked about in that short that got a lot of views. Don't make videos for followers or for others. I'm not going to do that. But because this is a serious hot button issue, I want to get this out to as many people as possible. So that's why I've really put a lot of energy into making sure, without taking away my authenticity and my, real self, I'm going to do things to make sure, or I did things to make sure this video would get a lot of views. And I want to see the video getting engagement. I would like to see some comments about discussions about it, or like I agree with you, it's a problem, like these kind of comments. I'd like to see people sharing this video. I would be a little bit intimidated if there were response videos to it. I think my heart rate would go up. I would feel very overwhelmed about that, but I would not completely reject those. I mean, I want to see engagement on the video. I will not keep hashing this out. I've shared my opinions. I will link a lot of resources as I come across these resources in both of these videos, um, to link resources, for you to see videos, articles about AI and YouTube and other technologies that YouTube's using, and just basically not information about AI because I did a whole video on that, a whole podcast episode about that, so you can check that out. The videos based off of the ethics of what is right and wrong about it. So that's what I will link in the description over time. There'll be a lot of links. I don't normally link videos in the description because I don't want to do that for every video. Some updates. I do plan to get rid of some videos on my channel, so you're going to see the amount of videos go down because those other videos, those shorts were on. I'm going to see less shorts. Those other shorts are on my other channel. Once I get the videos that I don't need cleared off of that channel, I will link it. And so you can see those past videos. It takes time to do that. It's going to take days. It's going to probably take weeks. I can't, like, I'm not a superhuman. I can't do it all. And I think I've been rushing and being very, um, you know, compulsive and obsessive and just, I need to get it done. I need to get it done. And that's not healthy. My North Nodes and Taurus, slow down, take your time, take breaks. I will tell you right now, if anyone rushes me in my life for any reason, I will simply tell them my North Node's in Taurus. I am supposed to slow down. No matter what. I don't care what it is. My North Node's in Taurus. I don't even need to explain that. I don't care what I mean, they might not even know what that means. But that's what I'm gonna say. That's my code word. That's my code phrase. My North Node's in Taurus, I need to slow down. So, I'm working on slowing down and not being so intense when it comes to doing things, not being so obsessive about getting things done. So it's going to take time. You're going to also see playlists from all my subscriptions, videos from those subscriptions that I find interesting that I want to link. 'Cause it's like, you can think of all these topics, but then you forget the topic, and so the playlist helps organize it into one thing so I can go back and pick and choose what topic that I want to listen to without all those videos being there. It's into one playlist. So I'm going to do that. So those are some updates that I have, and somebody is calling me right now, so I have to get off. I think that's all that I wanted to say. Thank you for watching.